Hey there, fight fans. Today in this video, Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler staged a massive brawl during the filming of TUF 31. Former two-weight division champ Daniel Cormier does not consider Jon Jones the best UFC fighter. Now, that statement by DC has outraged many fans who point out that Cormier himself had previously called Jones the best fighter in the world. So, what's going on here? Is Cormier right in his assessment? Or is he just biased because it's Jon Jones? Now, the drama doesn't end there, as also Cormier has some conflicting opinions about the upcoming fight between Stipe Miocic and Jon Jones. And then later in the video, as you already know, the fight between Charles Oliveira and Oliveira Dariush is officially been announced. Currently, Islam Makhachev, the lightweight champ, wants Dariush to beat Oliveira at UFC 288, so we're gonna see why the champ wants Oliveira to lose. So buckle up and get ready for a crazy ride through the world of the UFC. But before we kick off this video, I want to ask to please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We have already reached 50,000 subscribers, so thank you very much in advance. Former UFC two-weight division champ Conor McGregor and the number 5 lightweight champion Michael Chandler brawled on the set of The Ultimate Fighter 31. While filming the fight on Friday at TUF 31, one of the fighters was knocked out. Conor McGregor jumped into the cage, pushed Michael Chandler, someone got slapped, the teams then rushed into the cage, then the commission separated the two teams, wrote insider Amy Kaplan on Twitter. Now, this is not the first time that McGregor has been involved in a brawl, as the Irishman has a history of controversy both inside and outside of the octagon. However, the incident with Chandler just added fuel to the already burning fire of McGregor's controversial reputation. And as for Chandler, fans were surprised to see the normally calm Chandler getting involved in such a chaotic skirmish. Now, this incident just highlights the intense rivalry and the heated emotions that can arise in the world of mixed martial arts. While the UFC and other organizations strive to maintain a level of professionalism and sportsmanship among their fighters, the unpredictable nature of martial arts can sometimes lead to unexpected and dramatic moments. And moving on, Daniel Cormier commented on the news that his former rival Jon Jones, who had just won the UFC Heavyweight Championship belt, became the leader of the pound-for-pound UFC rating, displacing Alexander Volkanovski for the first line in the list of the organization's best fighters. It's hard to argue about the greatest fighter of all time when Jones moved up to heavyweight and won the belt, Cormier said on his ESPN show DC and RC. Now, this puts me in a bit of a difficult position, because I will always say that guys who are associated with not the best deeds should not be ranked high. I think especially in relation to drugs, steroid failures, and such situations, it is difficult to call Jones the greatest of all time. But I think that he can claim the status of the greatest because he has won belts in 2 different weight categories. I don't think Jones should be number 1 in pound for pound. Volkanovski should have been first. Now, this statement by DC has outraged many fans who actually have pointed out that Cormier himself had previously called Jones the best fighter in the world. So, what's all going on here? Well, the question kind of speaks for itself. Is Jon Jones the greatest fighter? He is a great fighter, but not necessarily a great citizen or even a good person. If there was a debate about his character, he would certainly lose.
I hate you. You nerd. I hate you so much.
However, the question at hand is whether Jon Jones is the greatest fighter. So if you look at it that way and remove the flaws from his life, Jones is definitely the best fighter. He was undefeated at light heavyweight, minus that disqualification, and Jones has become the champion in the heavyweight division. Now, Volkanovski failed to win the lightweight division, although he is the featherweight champ. But it is important also to note that Cormier and Jones also have a long-standing rivalry, and it is no secret that they don't really see eye to eye. So, it is entirely possible that Cormier's personal feelings for Jones are clouding his judgment. It's not surprising that Cormier might have some bias when it comes to Jones, as this could be the reason why Cormier is now saying that Jones doesn't deserve the title of the best fighter in the world. Well, he also believes that Miocic will beat Jones in their upcoming fight, saying, "I believe that Stipe's experience in championship fights will do the trick, as will his skills. His experience wrestling in the Collegiate American League will help him in the fight. Stipe can box, he can wrestle, and he has experience. But what do you guys think? Is Cormier right in his assessment, or is he just biased against Jones? Let us know what you think down in the comments below. And moving on. Now, as you probably already know, the UFC has officially announced that the lightweight fight between Charles Oliveira and Beneil Dariush has been made for the UFC 288 event, which will be taking place on May 6th in Newark, New Jersey. In this regard, Islam is hoping that Beneil Dariush will defeat Charles Oliveira, saying, "I hope Beneil wins because I already beat Oliveira and I need some new challenges," Makhachev said in an interview with BT Sport. "We will have a good fight with Dariush because this guy has good skills, both in striking and grappling. That is why it would be a good fight. Oliveira, if he wants a rematch, he has to put on a good performance. Then he might be next." "I don't know," said Makhachev. So with whom would you like to see Makhachev's next fight? Dariush or a rematch with Oliveira? Or do you think the UFC should make a Makhachev versus Volkanovski rematch? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below.